So we bought a small one-bedroom apartment in central Tokyo in the Tomigaya Yoyogi Park area. Luckily for us, it was built way after 1981, so it's up to date as far as earthquake codes go, so no worries there. But the problem was it was looking kind of dated and old. I think everything was left pretty much from the beginning and nothing was changed. So today I'm going to talk about what it was like to renovate our apartment in Tokyo, and I'll show you around. First, we had to decide who to work with. So we talked to two companies. One was Nitori, which is a pretty well-known home interior furniture company here. They sell really good products for really reasonable prices. And then two was a company called Renomama, which was a small boutique agency that's affiliated with a theater company. We also thought about going with IKEA, but they didn't get that great reviews from Japanese in Japan when it came to home renovations. So the two companies that we reached out to and were talking with came to our apartment on separate occasions to look around and take measurements and talk with us, but the experience was quite different. So we went into this process thinking that Nitori would give us the best option because they're a big company nationwide. They're known to be in the home interior space, selling reasonably priced products of good quality. But to cut to the chase, they kind of sucked. So two people from Nitori came to our apartment, took a look around, took measurements, and we talked to them about what we wanted to change and what we wanted to do. The whole time they were very stiff about it. They seemed rushed and very busy. We wanted, for example, this wall trimming to be taken off the walls. It was making the apartment look really dated. And they immediately said, no, we can't do it. It's built into the wall. Other things too, we wanted to adjust. And they just said, no, this is what we have. This is what we can do. And it really felt like we were just in this kind of big company process where they wanted to get us in, plug in their items and leave and get paid. So it really didn't feel personable. And honestly, they said that they're going to send a proposal and a quotation on a certain date. And they didn't. It didn't come in for a while after that, actually. And there was no communication, no apologies about, we're going to be late on a quotation. Nothing. So it was just not really a good experience. Now, Renomama, on the other hand, was just really different. They already had the floor plans ready when we met with them. They knew what was going on. They wanted to hear basically but what we ideally wanted to happen in the apartment first. And then they worked back from there due to budget and availability and so on. The two of them also came to our apartment and took measurements and took quite a long time. They were very detailed in what measurements they're getting. Just so that they had everything they needed to make the proposal. And going back to the wall trimming that we want to remove and where Nitori said it wasn't going to happen because it was built into the wall, Renomama said they could just do it easily. There's no problem. So overall, just Renomama gave us a lot more personalized attention and they seem to care a lot more. And they have this kind of rule where they only can take a limited amount of clients per year just so that they can give the attention needed to each project that they work on. And because we were in Hawaii throughout this process, they were very flexible. They were meeting us online all the time. They were sending us actual SKUs and tiles and just so that we could see the texture and the colors in person to help us make a decision on what exactly we wanted to order or wanted them to do. Okay, so behind me is the kitchen area and we're going to go take a look at that first. So everything in Japan is kind of plug and play. You can choose the maker of this counter, the cabinet, the length of it, the color of the countertop, the drawers, wall panels, etc. And it comes in a catalog. We went with a company called Cleanup, which sounds super generic, but they're actually a major maker here. Gas stoves are more common in Japan, but we got IH just because we felt it would be easier and safer, especially if we had guests staying over and they're not used to using a gas stove. You can also choose what kind of vent and hood you want, as well as what kind of sink itself. For example, this one, you can switch between a shower, regular and filtered water as well. And then this kind of extends out to help you get more reach around the sink if you need it. And then you can also choose things like the light above here. So we went with the non-string version, which is just like a switch. Things like that. There's a lot of details that you customize and they put it together and the people just install it for you. So going back to the stove, there's two burners here. Just pretty much turn it on, pick the strength and it's on. Below here we have drawers for pots and pans, trash, another drawer for utensils, other things underneath there. So there's a bunch of storage. The cabinets up top as well. We use it for cups and bowls and whatnot. So for our refrigerator, we got a Panasonic refrigerator. We like them as an electronics appliance maker. Basically, there's a fridge, kind of an in-between thing for vegetables, and a freezer down below. On this thing here, we have a rice cooker by Zojirushi, some water kettle, Panasonic microwave. And we bought this kind of countertop island thing from IKEA. You can put toaster ovens, some coffee stuff, and so on in here. And on the other side of the kitchen island counter is the living area. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a dark day today, but the lighting in this room in particular is quite good usually. One of the things that we changed here was the flooring. So this is kind of like thin strips of wood, and there's kind of a sponge underneath. It's a lot easier on your feet when you walk. I would say it's pretty common to have this kind of flooring in Japan. Now underneath, on this side of the island counter, there is this inlet where we could put stools. So we got a couple of stools here so you can sit and drink and eat or do work if you want to. The strip on the wall that I was talking about used to be around here, and it was going around in the entire apartment, and it just looked kind of old, and we wanted that strip. Nitori said they couldn't do it, and Reno Mama did, and it's like perfectly fine now. The other thing about the wall is it's not paint. It's wallpaper. They don't do paint so much in Japan as much as, in the US or something. But this wallpaper is made to look like it's a painted wall. It feels kind of matte and like a painted wall, but it's actually wallpaper. One of the good things about this apartment that I liked was these windows that go out here. It gives a little bit more space. You can put some things on here if you want. Sofa, there's a cushiony rug. This one, it's kind of like a memory foam underneath. A coffee table. And then we mounted a TV on here as well. Air conditioner and heater. And then outside over here is the balcony. The balcony is actually a pretty decent size. Sorry, it's a little bit messy. We also had the gas heater replaced. Technically, there is enough space here on the balcony if we wanted to put a table or something, so we could eat brunch or something like that. And here is the fire escape, similar to the ones at the apartments that I lived in and showed before in my videos. So looking at the living and kitchen area from this side, you can see that we had a lot of light fixtures up top on the ceiling, and we replaced basically all of them. The only thing that we didn't replace but just kind of made nicer was the downlights here. These were changed. There's 4 of them in here. This one here used to be kind of a larger, typical lighting fixture that's found in most Japanese homes. Over here, there used to be this huge monstrosity of a fan. So we decided to take that out. We don't need it anyways. And just put in a directional light here. So it's good for lighting up the kitchen and eating area if we need to. And then here was also a light. We just put in a small light. It's not a huge space, but we have like down lights and a few ceiling lights here. So well lit. So this is the bathroom area. We changed the flooring to look like this. We also changed the sink area. What we did was we got a smaller sink area, and then it freed up more space here. So we could put in this kind of larger washing machine, and it gave us some space here as well for vacuum cleaner, towels for guests, and cleaning supplies and laundry supplies. Before, the laundry or the washing machine was over here, so it's kind of awkward. And then we also put in towel racks for towels up here. Going this way, sink, and we have cabinets, mirror cabinets. This is the shower and bath area. So it's a flat floor shower and tub. We pretty much had to choose what color flooring we wanted. Usually it's white, but we thought gray would be cool. So there's white, gray, and I think a beige color. So we had to choose that. We had to choose these wall panels as well. The bathtub, and the bathroom in as a whole is by a company called Lixil, which is also a popular home appliance maker here in Japan. Up here is a dryer, so it kind of takes away moisture. So what you can do is you can hang clothes here, especially in the wintertime. It's very convenient. You can hang clothes here, turn this thing on, and this whole shower space will act as a dryer for your clothes. These are the controls for the bath and the hot water, but you don't really need to play with that so much, but it's there. And these are actually magnetic. So this is held on here by magnets. We can just stick, these squeegees with magnets on there. You can just stick it on here and it just stays. Another thing that we had changed was the door itself. The door used to be a regular door that kind of swung out into the living room, which I didn't care for. But we got these sliding doors installed, and they work really well. So it looks better, I think, and it saves space as well. So the hall area from here to the entrance, we didn't really renovate. That would be phase 2, hopefully sometime. But the priority was to fix the living area, kitchen, and bath. So here, this is the toilet. Toilet is separate from the shower and bath area in Japan usually. People like to do dirty things in one thing and get clean in the other. And it's also great just in case somebody is using the toilet or using the bathroom, the other one is not taken. So I think it's great to have that. We renovated this room though inside. So the tile flooring is the same as the bathroom. White wall, we have an accent wall here. But yeah, this is a basic total toilet. I think it's like bottom of the line. But what's interesting is that they don't even put in the little knobs to flush anymore. It's all done on this panel here that's not corded. It's just like a wireless panel. So you got, big flush, small flush, echo flush. You got the bidet for your bottoms, and you can change the water pressure and the heat of the seat and so on. So, good toilet. Nice to have. Can't go back to regular old American toilets anymore. Otherwise, this here was installed by the renovation company. This here was left. So my wife actually bought these 3M sheets, covered this whole area, bought these knobs here just for cleaning supplies. But yeah, the color looks a lot better now than it did before. So kudos to my wife for getting that done. Okay, now the bedroom. We put in 2 single beds because we don't know if people stay over. We don't know what their arrangements are. So it's safer just to have the 2 beds separate. And we have a little work desk in the middle there to get some work done. And it looks out to the same windows that we have in the living room where it kind of jets out, gives a little bit more space. It's not, the view is not blocked or anything like that. So there's good lighting that comes into this room. There is an accent wall. This is also wallpaper. So everything here has been redone by the renovation company. Except for the counters itself, my wife also did this. We also replaced this air conditioner because it was really, really old. And we also replaced these closet doors here. They used to be kind of folded ones where you kind of pull out and wood kind of brown color like everything else in the non-renovated part of this apartment. But they got changed to these sliding doors here. So a lot more convenient. Okay, coming out of the bedroom, back to the hall. These are closets. They've been left not renovated at all. And this is the Genkan area or the entrance to the apartment where you take off your shoes, just put your stuff down. Everything has been left as is except for this here. The renovation company didn't touch this, but my wife was able to also wrap this and wrap the doors itself. So yeah, it looks a lot better than it used to. So as you can probably guess, we had to do a lot of things ourselves even after the renovations were done. There's a lot of DIY projects like what my wife was doing. We had to choose like light bulbs. buy the sofa, the beds, furniture. So it took a lot of time even after everything was done. When the renovations were done, Reno Mama basically had us look around. They even came a few months after to ask us if there was anything that we were concerned about or that we didn't like, that wasn't working the way it was supposed to. And they're also going to come like a year after as well, just to check to make sure that what they did was properly done and the quality was good and they were satisfied with the outcome. So super awesome to be able to work with them. But yeah, this entire process was both tedious and a headache, but also fun and enjoyable. So you got both sides of it. Overall, a very good experience. Glad that everything came out the way it was supposed to come out. And it looks pretty nice if you ask me. So looking forward, we plan to, of course, stay in our own apartment while we're in Tokyo. But the reality is that we're not here for most of the year. And in those times, we plan to open this apartment up to our extended circle if anybody wants to rent while they're staying in Tokyo. But otherwise, yeah, it's a great place. We're super happy how everything turned out. Love being in this area. It's super convenient. Couldn't really ask for more at this time. So just looking forward to the future. Really thankful for this opportunity and to be able to do what we've been able to do. So thank you if you've been a part of it and if you've helped out in any way. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.